I think with Will I Weep for Me, I'd done an earlier version of that, and it ended up being, I remember saying to them I wanted it to sound a bit more Stones or Faces, or like a British band trying to do American stuff, which is the case, I guess, with me a lot of the time. And that's what the Stones were doing with The Last Time and kind of those songs, and the Faces too. So that song definitely ended up like that. And then there was that gap in the middle where I recorded this vocal part, and it stood out as being something really empty for me. And I kept saying to Adam and them that it needs something, either a Hammond organ or something. And then I had this idea for a vocal round, which was like, we ended up and they did that all live, which is a really tricky thing to do, So when you're hearing that part, it's kind of like really, it's all done live with the Georgettes. It's one of my favourite parts of the record, I think, personally.
All I know is being with you makes me feel complete. All my dreams are led to...
The Jordanaires was definitely a spontaneous thing. So I remember it. And I remember exactly how it happened, because I recorded A Satisfied Mind, and I think A Satisfied Mind and Guilty were the tracks on the EP that sounded most empty to me and with space. And there's the kind of Chris on the steel is doing like a vibes thing, although he does it on the steel. Sounds like vibes, and just sounded. And I remember with A Satisfied Mind particularly, it's a gospel song, and I said that it'd be good to go. I remember saying to Chris and to Adam, it'd be good to go into a church in Nashville or something, and just pull some people out and ask them if they want to do it. And Chris was like, well, the Jordanaires are in town, and I literally fell over laughing. I've told this story a few times, but it's dead true. Literally, I remember a few of us bursting out laughing at kind of like absurdity of it. It could never happen, and it did. Just made a few calls, and they turned up the next day and they recorded, So it was pretty mad things happening, I guess.
With a satisfied mind.
And I think they almost found it really strange that someone from my background, being from England and my age, I guess, would be into them, what they did, and knew so much about them, and knew the records they'd been on and producers they'd worked with, and not just the whole kind of massive famous thing that they're associated with half the time. They had a history before that. They've been going since like the late 40s and released records themselves. They found it so strange that I knew all about that. It's kind of, and was asking them this question, that question. They found it even more strange when I went in and sang. They went in the studio to sing on the records and heard my voice, and were really taken back by it. And then I guess when I asked them back to do my own songs, they were similarly surprised that I'd written them. So I think one of them he's a real joker, Ray Walker. He said something like, if anyone really wants to find out about Nashville music or country music, they should go to England. Like I'm just on another page now, I think, with this new record, and I don't necessarily think it's better than what I did before, maybe, I don't know, or I don't necessarily think the last one was better than the one before that. I just think it's kind of a step forward, and it's like the Train Bound for Glory thing. To me, it means something. It's not. It has to all mean something to me for it to be that way. To have conviction. It's kind of. I don't see it as we're bound for glory or this is bound for glory or anything else. It just kind of, you know, it's almost like this snow place that people talk about, you know, and I don't think it's some place that you can actually get to physically. I just hope to create a picture of myself that I kind of always had in my head, you know, and use my creative spirit as much as I can, you know, and as good as I can, and then maybe take myself all the way to Carnegie Hall. Cool.